Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another story time video about yet another thing in my life that's just like, what the fuck is my life? Honestly, I get myself into some really weird situations, I'll tell you that now. This is just going to be another one of those, like, what is your life, Jess? What's going on there? I just wanted to mention that this actually happened to me recently, once again, just like the car incident thing, but this happened to me last year, I think around like September or October, so I guess it wasn't too recent, but I've been meaning to film this video ever since then, and I think I've just literally forgotten like all about it. Like, I always have it in the back of my mind, but it is the most irrelevant, pointless 24 hours of my life that sometimes I just forget that I really want to share this story with you guys. If you are going through a situation right now where you feel like you're just a klutz, you're just clumsy, your life is just falling apart, then I'm sure this story will bring you some light, because bitch, you don't even know what's coming. Basically, this happened to me back, as I said, in September or October of last year. This is literally, as I said, going to be one of the most pointless storytime videos I think I've ever done, but I must tell you guys, like, it is hilarious. It honestly is the funniest thing. It's just like me, it's just my life. I used to have my tragus pierced. Tragus, bitch, whatever, tomato, tomato. If you don't know what a tragus piercing is, it's pretty much where it's just this little hard bit in the middle of your ear here. So I used to have that pierced, and I had it pierced for years. I literally got it when I was like, it was in like 2009, 2010. I'll put a little picture right here of what a tragus piercing looks like if you don't know, but yeah, it's just that little bit in your ear. So when you get your tragus pierced, basically they give you like a specific earring to put in your ear, that's like a tragus earring. So pretty much it's like a little metal ball, and then there's like a little rod, and then another little metal ball that can screw on and off to the end. So you can change it if you want to, and you just screw it out. Unlike a stud where you just take out like a backing, like, which is a little metal backing or whatever, it's a little silver ball. So when I had my ears pierced with this and got my tragus pierced, this is the earring that they gave to me, and I just kept it in there because I had no interest in changing it. Some people do change it, some people wear like a little hoop or a little like sleeper earring in there, but I just wanted to keep it like as normal because I just liked the way that it looked and it was easy. Because if you have a tragus piercing, well, for me anyway, I find it so hard and tedious and like fidgety to take out a tragus piercing because it's just in a really like awkward kind of area, and especially if you have nails like me at the moment. Like, I don't know how you could take out a tragus piercing if you have nails. Like, if you do, go on Ripley's Believe It or Not, because that is serious talent. About 3 or so weeks before all of this shit went down, I don't know how this happened, but my tragus piercing came loose and it came out. So I still had like the little metal ball that screws onto the end. It just came loose and fell out. And I literally had like multiple people try it to like put it back in and screw it back in. But as I said, because it's in such an awkward area, it was really, really hard, and no one could really like put it back in properly, and I couldn't put it back in. So I knew that I would have to go to a piercing place or whatever and get them to put it back in for me because it was just so fidgety. I knew I would have to go back to a place that sold them and get them to screw it back in, and I was like, ain't nobody got time for that. Like, I'm not going back there. So I'm just going to leave it out, and I'll just have to put a regular earring in there. So basically what I did was I put a little diamond stud earring, just typical stud, in there, and then I put a little like silicone rubber backing, you know, like the really, really tight tubed silicone rubber backing, or whatever, rubber, silicone, whatever, backings of earrings, instead of just like the metal butterfly clip. I prefer like the little rubber tubes because I just feel like they're more secure. I put a little stud with a little tiny little rubber tubed backing into my piercing, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it here for now, and you know, eventually I will go back and get them to put my regular tragus piercing back in. So this is when shit gets real. So I'm lying in bed one day and I'm just like on my stomach. It was like one night at like 9 o'clock at night or 9:30 at night. I'm lying on my stomach. I'm like, I can feel something in my ear. So I touch it. I didn't have nails on it this time. I touch my ear and like my tragus piercing, and I can feel that it's loose, like it's kind of like coming out of the hole there. And then I feel for the backing, and the backing is gone. The little rubber tubed backing is gone. And I'm like, shit. And then I feel down a little bit lower, and I can feel the backing sitting in my ear hole. And I'm like, oh crap, like that's a bit unfortunate because I need that. So what a normal person would do, of course, wouldn't they, is they would like tilt their head to the side and like have it fall out. Oh no, bitch, not me. What do? Dumb cunt. I get my damn finger and I try to scoop the backing out, which of course ends up just pushing it further down into my ear. So at this point, I'm like, oh my God, this backing of my earring has gone down my ear hole. So I'm like, okay, I need to go and try and scoop it out, which you shouldn't put things in your ear, BTW, but I go and get a Q-tip or like a cotton tip, and I'm trying to like scoop this little rubber backing out of my ear, which once again in turn pushes it back even further into my ear hole. It is down the canal at this point. It is down my ear canal. Like, see ya, down the bloody Nile River, it is gone. I'm literally at this point shook. Oh my Lord, you're kidding me. My God. Stop. It has gone further into my ear and I'm literally dead at this point because I'm like so scared of things being in my ear and like losing things down my ear. Not that it honestly happens a lot, I will have to admit, but it's just a scary experience when something like this happens. At this point, it's gone. Like it's dead set gone. I can't feel it anymore. I've pushed this little rubber backing into my ear. I'm calling my mum, I've called my best friend, no one's answering because it's like nearly 10 o'clock at night at this point, or like 9:30, 10. And so I'm online and I'm looking up like what happens if an earring has gone into your ear or an earring backing has gone into your ear. And everyone on like the internet was talking about some people get their earring backings caught in like their earlobes, like stuck in their earlobes. I'm like, no, I wish I had my earring stuck in my earlobe. This is down my ear hole. This is like going down my throat as we speak. Am I just going to swallow it? Like, what is going to happen? I don't even know how, like, the ear works. Anyway, so I'm just freaking out at this point. And then I looked up, like, can you have things in your ear for a long period of time? Because I had no idea. Like, I was like, can I even leave this thing in my ear, like, overnight? And then all of these people in Yahoo Answers that had, like, answered to somebody else's issue with this were like, you need to go to the ER. You need to go to the hospital. If you've got anything down your ear, it can rupture your eardrum. It can cause your ear to get infected because it's got a foreign body. And I'm like, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning needing a cochlear implant. Like, see ya. I would be able to listen to Tiger in both of my ears now. It's going to have to be the right because I'm going to need a cochlear implant. That's my life. My best friend calls me back. She thinks it's hilarious. It really is. Like, it really is funny. But she thinks it's hilarious. My mum calls me back. She tells me, like, she's like, why did you put something down your ear? I'm like, I didn't mean to. Like, this is not something I did just for fun. Like a little, like, Tuesday night fun day, you know, like, oh, let's just stick something down the ear and try and get it out with a Q-tip. This is an accident. So she tells me to go put olive oil in my ear, a few drops of olive oil, and just sleep on that side and the earring will just come out. I'm like, bitch, this isn't a mouse I'm just going to coerce out with some fucking Cuda cheese. This is an earring. It's an inanimate object. Like, it is stuck down my ear. It ain't going to come out. This isn't a Wet n Wild slide. It's not just going to slide out of my ear at night because it's being coerced with some olive oil. So what do? I go put olive oil in my ear. I sleep like on that side the whole night, and I had so much anxiety and I could barely sleep because I was so worried about turning over, thinking it's just gonna slide out with the olive oil. You crazy motherfucker, it is not. It is stuck in there. Like, it's done. The next morning I wake up and I'm just praying I can hear out of that ear. I actually had a little bit of ear pain. It wasn't anything serious, but I could actually feel a little bit of ear pain, and I'm like, I need to go to the doctor ASAP, but I had to go to work. So I get to work and I'm basically like, hey, just letting everyone know I'm gonna have to leave work early today if I don't get any other clients booked in because my earring backing is down my ear hole. And they're just like, sorry, what? I'm like, that's right. It's down my ear canal. It's just gone. It's sitting in there. It's sitting in my ear. They're like, okay, let's quickly book you in. So I book into a doctor's there, an online appointment, and I think it was like at 3:30 or something like that. So I ended up finishing work early at 2:30, and so I was like, I don't really want to sit around for an hour, so I might ring and see if they can get me in earlier. So I ring up the doctor and I'm like, hey, I've got an appointment at 3:30. Was just wondering if you can get me in any earlier because I'm, you know, kind of free now. And she was like, oh, why do you want to come in? I'm like, my earring backing is down my ear. She's like, come in now, you need to come in now because we may need to send you to the ER. I'm like, well, bitch, I haven't packed a bag and home and away's on, so I can't do that, but I'm sure it'll be fine. But here I am shitting myself, like I'm gonna need to go under the knife. I'm gonna need someone to put a microscope and dig out from my ear. Like, it is the tiniest little rubber backing. Are you sure? You know what I mean? Like, are you sure I need to go to the hospital over this? Can I not just live with this for the rest of my life? It really isn't affecting me that much. I go to the doctor's and I'm sitting there, and then this little Asian lady comes out, and absolute God bless her because she was lovely. And she brings me in, she's like, what's the problem? And I'm like, my earring backing is stuck down my ear. And she just looked at me as if to say, bitch, what? Where did you come from? Are you on this planet? Because are you serious? Like, I know they see everything, but I think she was like, how did you fucking manage that, bitch? Like, how? So anyways, she gets the torch and she looks down my ear. She's like, I can see it. Never in my life have I felt more at ease for someone saying that they can see something in my ear in my life. She had to get another doctor to come in, and while she shone the light in my ear, he had to get these tweezers, and I tell you now, they were that big. Like, literally, they were like the size of my head. And he had to go into my ear and tweeze this little earring backing out of my ear. He's like, what is that? I'm like, you don't even want to know, mate. This is just my life. And then he's like, do you want to keep it? I'm like, no, you can throw that in the bin. I'm never ever putting that shit back in my ear again. Like, how it even came out of my ear, I don't know. It's such like a tight backing and it's like really secure. How it even got loose, I have no idea. I must have been thrashing around doing something. Anyway, so after all that happened, the doctor's like, you need to come in and I need to clean your ear out, because basically the only reason why the earring backing didn't go further into your ear, like down, like further down, is because it was lodged in wax. You have a buildup of earwax in your ear. And I'm like, never in my life have I wanted to have a buildup of earwax so much in my ear. Earwax saved my life. I'm going to write a book. Earwax saved me. Look out for it on your shelves, Angus and Robinson, bitch, because that is my book that's going to come out. Anyway, so she checks my right ear and she's like, you don't even have a buildup of wax. Your ear is clean in your right ear and there is a buildup of earwax in your left ear. I'm like, how does that work? But whatever. I don't even care. Like, I'm so glad. Because I don't know if they would have sent me to the hospital if it had have been further down, or whether they would have just said to leave it. I don't know. I have no idea what they would have done. So anyways, after that, she has to take me in to do water torture. So she basically takes me into like a little surgical room and she has to flush my ear out with water. And if you've ever had that done, it is not a pleasant experience. It is honestly torture. Like, they put a little hose down your ear and they flush your ear out, and it is literally spine chilling. Like, it is the most disgusting feeling. And I'm sitting there, she's like, you doing okay? I'm like, it kind of hurts me. Like, you need to stop because I'm not feeling this. And then she like gives me some ear like drops to like get rid of the wax. I'm like, I'm even going to use this because I want that wax in there. It's the only reason why that earring backing didn't go any further. Anyways, I left the doctor's, I sat in my car, I'm like, what the actual fuck just happened in the last 24 hours? Like, how did all of this just occur in the last 24 hours? And now I laugh about it. Like, the fact I had to go to the doctors and like get 2 doctors to like wrench it out. Like, anyways, that is basically the end of this video. I thought it would just be funny to share with you guys my series of unfortunate events. And let me know in the comments if you've ever had a really weird thing happen to you and a random thing that you've had to go to the doctors for, or just something that you're just like, how does that happen? Like, how did that happen to me? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.